Hello everyone. Have you ever talked to someone and just forgot their name? It's just so crazy sometimes how you just forget that happens because you know their name because they actually talk to you and they know your name, but you just completely forget their name. It's just crazy like that happens. They just really forget. And you just try to so hard to just think about the person's name is, but you just can't because you completely forget. It's just strange how it happens. Just like another situation is like if you actually are going out to your car, but you end up forgetting your keys. It's just so strange how sometimes you just completely forget. How some things just slip your mind. You just completely forget them. You just try hard and hard to try to think about it. You just can't because you completely forget it. It just happens like that because we all know that when it comes to certain things like this, it's considered, people call it brain farts and everything. It's just crazy how you just completely forget about things though. And I know it's difficult more times because when you're trying to think about something, try to, especially if someone knows you, but yeah, you just completely forget them. It's just thinking, wow, it's just so hard to think about because you actually have the word that you just try to trace your mind and try to figure out who this person's name is, but then in the end, you just completely forget them. Just so tough to see sometimes when you're just thinking about something at the moment. Like if you're if you're talking to someone, and then you want to come up with a subject and everything to say, you have it in your mind, but then when you're about to say it, you just completely forget it. Yeah, it just happens like that. You just completely forget. And it's just so strange how sometimes that actually really happens. Because you forget it now, but you'll remember it later. But then after that, the conversation's over with. And then, for you, while you forgetting at the time, you actually have to bring it up another time. You hope you don't forget then. And it's just so tough sometimes, especially when it comes to certain people, especially your close friends. Like also when you forget to mention about certain different things, because again, you don't want to forget their names, but sometimes you do forget their names. And it would just be so horrible if you end up forgetting your name, because you forget. And it's just so hard to just even think about some things like that, because you don't want that to happen. You don't want to forget your name. You don't want to forget other people's names, but just sometimes it just simply just slips your mind. You just completely forget it, and you don't know why, and you just try to think hard and more to try to picture in your mind the person's name is, and the situation about what you're thinking of that you want to say, then it just slips your mind because you forget. And it's just like that. It just happens. And we all do it because we all have forgotten other things. And it's just so sad sometimes just when you forget. And you feel frustrated sometimes just like that. Because I know I do when I end up forgetting other things. And it's just, I don't know, just hopefully it'll come back to my memory and I won't forget anymore.